This was a prudent move. This was a prudent baseball move. It was a difficult move. It's a difficult day.
Mike, you obviously tried to extend Soto. Was trading him predicated on coming to the understanding that you guys would just not be able to extend him at any point in the next 2.5 years?
We did feel that we were not going to be able to extend him, and we felt that at this time, with 2.5 years remaining, 3 playoffs runs available with Juan Soto, he would never be at more value than he is today. And that's what we predicated on. There was no edict to trade him or not to trade him. It was business as usual. Ownership gave me the latitude to make a good baseball deal if I felt it was a franchise altering deal, and it turned out that we got one to our liking, and it worked. And again, kudos to the other side for making it work.
Last July when you guys made the deals, you said it would be a reboot, but at the time it seemed like that was predicated on building around Juan. So now that he's not here, how would you describe what the process is and what the next step is?
I think we've taken several steps forward. I think it accelerates the process. I think that you lose a generational talent like that, but you put in 5 key elements of your future championship roster, along with last year's trade deadline and the last 3 drafts and the last 3 international signing periods. We've put in this system in the last 3 years, 15 or 16 high quality, high tooled up players that have very impactful futures ahead of them. And I think that you could see that at the minor league level now, especially at the low minor league level, the performance of those players. And again, it was the right move at the right time for where we're at as a franchise. A difficult day and a difficult decision we had to make, but I give the ownership courage for doing it, and the operations department for having the ability to pull it off.
So you're saying with the group of players you have now in the whole system give you a better chance to be competitive more quickly than the guys you had yesterday?
I think the prospect capital that we received, I think it accelerates the process, because it not only gives us the players to perform in the field, it opens up other avenues of revenues and payroll and that type of thing. Yeah, well, I'll answer the second part first. We're going to take it slow with him for sure. Like I said, he's had limited innings his whole career. He had a big workload early on this season that he's never had before. The injury did make things a little bit more complicated, a little bit more work. We had to do a lot of due diligence medically, but when there was nothing hidden, and there was the reports and the MRIs and were viewed, and the doctor gave us the thumbs up to complete the trade. We're happy to get him. We really we see an upside left-handed starting pitcher in the big leagues for years to come that we control for a long time.
Is there a way to, you obviously are very emotional, this is a difficult day, you've said it repeatedly. Is there a way to summarize what Juan Soto meant to you and to this organization?
He was the leader of this organization. After Max and that group left, it was Juan's team. And he took that and ran with it. He was really turned into a terrific leader, and it was he means a lot to me personally. Obviously, we have a great relationship, and we've known each other for a long time, and his family.
Was that relationship change over the last 2 weeks once this became public?
Did it what?
Did your relationship with Juan change over the last 2 weeks once the news became public?
No, I think that we're stronger than that. Our roots go way deeper than that, and we both understood that it's. I've said it publicly, and so has Juan. This isn't personal. This is business. Personally, he's one of the greatest teammates that's ever walked the halls.
Like every deal is its own deal. Every trade is its own trade. But this comes on top of trading Scherzer losing Rendon and losing Harper. Is there a part of you that is empathetic to the fan base here that's like, we have had a whole bunch of really good players who aren't here anymore?
Yeah, by the way, kudos to the scouting and player development staff for running all those guys through here. We've had as good of impact players as anybody in the game. We've had stars here throughout our tenure here. We had a 10-year run that was unmatched by few teams. We won 4 division titles, a wild card title, a National League pennant, and a world championship. You can count on your one hand the teams that can match that success story in the last 10 years. We're equipped and capable and able to reboot it like we did before and have a run of 10 year of success. We're further along than we were in 2009 when I took over after 200 lost seasons. And we're excited for the next challenge to build our next championship caliber club.
Does this feel like that time when you had a young Rendon, you had a young Strasburg, and you had a young Harper and Zimmerman and all those, that young group coming together and coalescing?
Yeah, they were all prospects at one time. You know, they were all the Hassels and the Abrams of the world. People forget we traded for Trey Turner, and we traded a draft pick that we signed, drafted, and developed to get Trey Turner and Joe Ross, and developed him within our system. And he spent 6 years here as a star big league player. The list goes on and on. You look at that 2019 team, and you look how that team was assembled. It was assembled by trades, drafts, and international signings, and that's a kudos to player development and scouting.
Mike, if you had to look at what you got in return today, outside the boy who's been the big one in a while, how would you compare it to a draft, a single-year draft? What you got in return?
You know, differently. There are different parts, but you know, we went for impactful players, and that's what we do in the draft. And you know, it's a kudos to the Padres system. They had a bunch of good players to choose from, and they were the ones that really piqued our interest and kept us engaged.
This has been a team with Juan at the centerpiece. So now, how would you describe the identity of the?
Well, I think the identity is going to be, you know, we're going to see some of these youthful, speed, fast, quick twitch type of players coming to the big leagues. You know, a good team is strong up the middle, and soon you're going to see a 23-year-old Ruiz and a 21-year-old Abrams and a Louis Garcia and a JoJo Gray and a Terrence Gore and a Cade Cavelli. That's going to be your core. That's the beginning of the core, with a bunch of people coming after that. And the plan has been activated. It's been in place. We see it working, and we also see it in the big leagues. It's not fun. You know, when we talk about bumpy roads, it's bumpy. I mean, it's bumpy out there, and it's no fun being the GM when you're losing all the time. I've been through it. This is my 40th year in professional baseball. I've been through all of it, and it's way more fun to average 92 wins a year for 10 years, believe me.
Last question.
Mike, what were the boxes that this package had to check off in order for you to feel comfortable trading players to this caliber?
Well, we put our wish list out there to the teams. We needed a handful, a package of premium prospects, and then we talk after that. So that's where it began. It eliminated quite a few teams, and we found a team that had the prospects we liked, wanted Soto enough, and we made the deal. All right, thank you.
We'll bring Davey in as quickly as possible.
You should probably, if they're on the ring, they were we won't scream the second half. Dave.
Dave, do you have any, can I have that chips?
We're not sure about that. Yeah, it could be.
You gotta give me the other two.
Oh, totally.
I thought it was like way worse.
That's too sound.
No, it was just building tension.
Or.
He's the 6'7", or 6'6", 18-year-old pitcher. Like that's what it is.
Yes.
The other one is down across from that zoo that I showed you, all the way down there.
I'm trying,
Yeah.
but that's all.